Now, this is part 3 to the video that I am making about talking about if you supported or you literally are sitting here and trying to convince the world that the Confederacy of America did nothing wrong, you're a fucking idiot, and I'm going to sit here and prove it to you by literally going inside of our national records that we have. All my information, you can find it online. It is literally from the United States National fucking Park and Association. You can literally look this shit up. I don't have to make any of this information up because literally to them, from government standards, this is all facts, nigga. So, with that being said, I said I was going to leave off on the civilian occupations. Here's something that the Confederacy can say that they did have. You had 69% of the population that were professionals, right? 5% inside of commercial business, all right? 1.6 miscellaneous, so you was just doing some other shit. And then 5.3% was literally mechanics. So that was the people that were making the tanks and the boats and all the other shit. Whoop-de-doo. But you can damn sure say that y'all can hold on to that 69%, ironic, for farming, because that's exactly what a bunch was. A bunch of fucking farmers that were out there trying to sit there and fight for rights. States' rights. We don't like being taxed. We don't like the government having so much reach into our countries, inside of our state politics. That's you motherfuckers. Meanwhile, inside of the North, 48% farmers. That's not bad. I mean, like, look at the states that we named inside of the first video. I can see why the numbers are so small there. Where the industrial part came in, it was 24% of the working force that was already in that field. That's why they were able to come up with technology and things of that nature faster and quicker. They had the better numbers. 16% of that was regular working people, laborers, right? Miscellaneous people that were doing whatever they wanted, I guess, you know, just 4%. You were just doing what you were doing, living your life. 3% when they say professional, and 5% when it comes to commercial. When you put those numbers into perspective, hey, you know, that's what that is. That's the numbers. And it does not lie. I'm looking at the strength numbers right now. The peak of the fucking Confederacy was January of 1863. You want to know what the Union was? These motherfuckers reached at the height of their power of January of 1865. These motherfuckers broke down the game stats to you motherfuckers. And you motherfuckers are sitting here going online and saying this bullshit like somebody's going to sit here and just listen to you. Like, oh, we were the best. You peaked in fucking 1863. 3 years into the war. How? How? Literally, the bloodiest battles, this is collectively. For the bloodiest battle, everybody knows the bloodiest battle that ever in the Civil War was the Gettysburg Massacre. It's not called a massacre, but it was the Gettysburg War, right? The Battle of Gettysburg. You want to know how many souls was lost inside of the Battle of Gettysburg? 51,116 souls. The largest. You want to know who comes inside of second? The 7 Days War, which was 36,463 people died. The Battle of Chickamauga, 34,627 souls. Chancellorsville was the 4th worst war with 29,609, and with the Battle of Antietam, which was 22,626. The highest casualties of any battle in a single day. These were in a day. You're not even talking about the skirmishes, the sieges, the battles that were on sea. You're not even talking about including those. These were the bloodiest battles that was ever fought inside of the Civil War's history. And you cannot complain on those numbers. No. What they're saying is that Antietam had the greatest number of casualties of any single day battle. The other battles listed above are all lasted more than 1 day. Gettysburg lasted more than a day. The 7 Days War, obviously it's in the name. 7 days, that war is what concluded that. Chickamauga, I know I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. That took a long time too. Then here's the casualty rates, right? The Union suffered some major losses when it came to the casualty rate. 110,100 on battle deaths to the Confederates 94,000, right? From diseases, the Confederacy also sits here, has a low number, but they took some hits too, with 164,000 soldiers losing their lives, compared to the Union, 224,580 that were wounded, right? That was from diseases. The inaction report across the board, the Union also took losses too, and heavy ones at that, with 275,174 men that were wounded, to the 194,000 that were inside of the Confederacy. They were putting belt ass, both sides, because of the technological advances that were happening. Rifles were made. The Gatling gun was eventually made, so that was a game changer. What's it called? The tactics that were being used in order to trap people and, you know, get them in groups and things of that nature. People were not just fighting inside of guerrilla war style. You also have to look at the fact that these men were still doing the whole lining up and shooting bullshit, the volleys. That eventually changed once motherfuckers started using that goddamn crank. You know, so then we started using guerrilla tactics, sieges, fortified positions. Trench warfare was still something that was being produced and still being used. People didn't stop using trench warfare until like roughly World War II. So with that being said, that was still a tactic that was being used by a lot of the generals. You had men that were, you know, very skilled in those positions. For the prisoners of war, again, Americans, the Union, 30,192 people were prisoners of war at that time. right? Whereas the Union had those men inside of their prisons, the Confederacy took some losses too, with 31,000 men that were captured in battles or after wars, things of that nature. So that's just here nor there. The mortality rate for the prisoners, they were smoking their ass inside of them prisons, boy. The Union was not playing. They took out 462,634 people, right? That was what was captured, compared to the Union's 211,411, captured. When it comes to men that died in prison, a lot of these men, which is fucking crazy to me, by the way, that were paroled in the field, 247,769 Confederate men walked free. Whereas 16,668 men on the Union side were freed. Died in prison, 33,218 people died as Union, whereas in the prisons, 25,976 people lost their lives. Now that you have the entire stat sheet that has been up to date, this article and everything that is involving this inside the national park is all up to date, all the way from October 7th of 2021. So roughly, you know exactly how long that is. This is not something that you can sit there and deny. That did not happen. These are not the facts. And that if you are talking about you have a legacy to withhold and have this pride inside of your spirit, something is wrong with you. Something is definitely wrong with you. I'm tired of the bullshit that is going on inside this nation. You got people that are running around here that are taking people's lives, and you know exactly what situation we're going to be talking about with this Chud the Builder situation. Motherfuckers are getting bold. His dumbass got shot for doing stupid shit and having this racist rhetoric. You have people that are still honoring men that fought inside of a battle that they did not have to fight for, to preserve the way of life that was there at the time. How dare you sit there and you take land from someone, and also you take people from a land, and then you sit there and tell them that they need to work until their very last breath. You're sickening. You also have a people that come on this platform, whichever one I'm posting on, that will defend the Confederacy with their whole heart. And those are the people that you should stay away from inside this world, because they don't believe in equality, they don't believe in justice, they don't believe in fairness. My people have been in bondage, and yes, I'm going to say my people. We're in bondage for so long that the freedom that we do have inside this nation feels like it is just given to us, when in all actuality it was earned. This country was built off of the lives and the people that came before us that had an idea to make change inside of our country. And therefore, the people that want to preserve this racist rhetoric that's inside of our country, you're not true Americans. The idea of an American helps a fellow man that is their brother or sister and leads them inside the right direction. We don't have that. So I hope that when you look back on these videos, because it's going to be like a long video session, a 3-part session, 4-part session, and you can skip over the video and not hear what I'm saying. But for the people that stayed and watched these videos that I made, I appreciate you for one. And two, I want you to understand that when I made this video, it was because I am tired of looking at people that are racist, people that are bigoted, people that don't like my people, and look back and tell themselves what it was. We've done civil rights, we've done marches, we've done protests, we've done organizations, we've done everything for us to be heard. Our culture has been taken, that we do have, then we try to make our own. People are stylizing it and profiting off of it. But most importantly, the people that have come inside of our culture and the way of life have spat in our faces and continuously try to do it. And I'm one of those individuals that I tell you, we cannot stand for this injustice that happens to us on a daily basis, politically, socially, economically. And if you enjoyed this video, please watch it on my other platforms. I'm going to say my name. My name is Sir Jeremiah Smith. And I am from Texas, a predominantly red state, and I have made this message because it is something that I am passionate in, and it is something that I stand for, and that I'm tired of the people that come on these platforms and spill this racist hatred rhetoric, and you're repping a fucking losing side. This flag that you see right here, this one right here, this is the real American flag. That bullshit, that rebels flag that y'all be fucking hanging up, throw that shit out, man. Throw that shit out. If you ain't repping this shit right here and what it means, get the fuck out the country, because I'm getting real tired of you motherfuckers. I am. I'm getting real sick and tired of you motherfuckers that get on this platform and spill this racist bullshit and this rhetoric, and you losing on a losing side. How? How, Sway? You're losing on a losing side. I'm done before I get into another rant, but thank you all for watching my video. If you liked this, please like, comment, subscribe, share, hype the video up. Wherever I'm posting this at, blow this shit up, because this is absolutely ridiculous.